if you're in a bit of a sticky situation, it can tick by quite quickly.
Well, that's where you have to have the experience of knowing what to do next. If you're new here, like, what do I do next? The time's ticking, you know, panic sets in.
Here we go, there's a big roar around the arena. There's all matches now are underway, and here we've got Kevin Stokes to set the jack for our first match. Reds always play first. Kevin with that advantage here in this end.
That is actually an excellent shot because it isn't touching the jack. If it's touching the jack, it's easy for yourself to open up. Where right now Stephen's thinking, do I roll up the side and gain control, or do I knock that ball out of the way? And then I've got an easy access to get on the white ball myself. So we'll see what he does here. I think I know what we'll do, but we'll see what happens.
We'll wait and see if you prove right. We'll never know, of course, but I trust you. Seen from the warm-ups of Stephen in the last couple of days. Unbelievably precise player.
Just judged and pitched him. I thought he went the other way. That's how I said.
Well, you're very honest,
yeah.
Which is what I like. Something to note about the balls in boccia as well. It's a sport that's quite similar to bowls in many ways, but the balls are a lot softer. It's you don't get too many cannons out of the way like you would in that sport.
No. We keep one or two, like rocks we call them, and then all the rest are what we like to call beanbags, you know, ones that are hard to knock away.
See the official there indicating it's 7-2 play again.
He's built up a good channel for himself, just get it through there now.
And there you see the impact of the very first shot that he played, because it's still in the way for Stephen.
Yeah.
So 2 left to play, and does have to be a little bit careful, because at the minute this is all very good.
Oh.
But Stephen still has the closest ball.
Yeah, that
to
was
the
a
jack.
great line, but just a bit too heavy.
It's a crucial one here. Has to get this right.
Yep, he has.
He's done it very, very well.
That's the Great Wall of China Stephen has to break down now. It's pretty well secure, that ball.
So Stephen's just going to have a look at.
Might have to go over the top.
It's another great thing as well. There's no real rules with how you play your shots.
No.
You can kick them if you so wanted to.
Yeah.
You can lob them over arm. It doesn't matter.
As long as you just sit in that box, do the best you can. That was good. Just pushed it back. Red still holding though.
It was bang on target.
He's having a look. Did I come up the side? Is it the scoring zone large enough to get a few balls in there?
And it's all on angle as well, because Stephen's not allowed to throw outside of his box there. You can see the lines on the bottom of your picture.
A violation, and he'll get his balls rescinded or taken away if he's touching that line. I see what he's doing now. He's actually got to push that blue up now, and it'll be something good and hard to come in against. Whereas I was thinking when we come up the side, he'll kind of place one to the, it's his right of the jack, and use it to come in off. But he might have not been happy with the weight and actually getting there. The terminology will come later on for you. Yeah, like that.
It's played.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Just been called 1 minute, which is however much time Stephen's got left to play his final 2 balls. And now that he knows that Kevin's played, he knows he's getting the points here. Just how many is the question. See that, I think
2.
There's 2 at the minute.
Yeah.
He'd love it to be 3.
That ball touching the white is actually my ball. A little smiley face. He stole that from me.
30 seconds.
Well, that's the thing. Is he really your brother if he doesn't steal off you?
Good shot.
Nicely done. Is there a tactic that you know that he likes to do, or will he be basing it almost on an ad hoc basis depending on the game scenario?
It changes game to game, each athlete, each team that they play. With playing the shot here, they've got a larger array of shots they can actually play here, like the overhead and all that. There are specialists that take it long, and Stephen can do that also.
Well, we saw that actually in the warm-up. He had a jack ball right in the bottom corner of the screen, round about where our bottom graphic is there, and he was firing into it with unerring accuracy. Stephen's just attached that blue ball to the white. And Kevin's up here. This is, from Kevin's perspective, it's a wonderful opportunity for him. You think it's potentially a scenario where he almost comes in with nothing to lose, playing the world number 1 on home turf. Just see how we go.
Yeah, and I think inexperience there has made him just roll up to the white ball, where he should, first and second ball, should really go and try and smash it and open it up to then gain control of the end, which he went for in the second one.
USA, as you might imagine, we're in high spirits. There's a good team spirit in that camp. I've been around the venue for the last couple of days, along with the rest of the teams. In terms of team spirit, I don't think anyone's topped the Brazilians just yet.
Oh, they're world class at that. They love a party. Always bring a lot of energy.
We saw that in the opening ceremony last night. Band played a few songs, and the Brazilians were dancing. The coaches were all up on their feet. Athletes were all spinning around in their chairs. It was wonderful scenes. Again, Kevin looks like he's going to utilise all of his balls here. Stephen will then come in to try and top him. He has to get his ball closer here, and I don't think he has.
No.
So once again, Stephen knows that he's going to get the points in this end. It's just a case of how many.
Yes.
And he has moved Stephen's blue with that last shot there, Stokes.
Close.
It's close to a very good shot.
It's a measure, as we would say. So I have to get the referee to check who's actually winning that end.
That's the scenario at the minute. And
Yeah,
it's your ball on there.
Yeah, just blue.
Well, it's lovely to know you're a part of this championships in many ways, not just on the commentary, but also out there on the court on match one.
Yeah. Here, there, and everywhere. Getting another couple of points here will be a little tricky. You'll have to go on top of the head here. Up and on. There we go.
Wow, this is a very professional performance so far from Stephen McGuire. There's a replay of that one.
And he keeps the other ball as well. That's 3.
And he's actually opening it up for potentially 4 here as well.
You can squeeze it in past the red.
Well, it really is a...
We'll have to take the top one off to actually see that one, but looking good. He's asked the ref what score is. He can risk it and go for another one top there. But will he?
This will be a mark of how he's feeling.
No.
Safety first.
It was, yeah.
Well, the good thing for him is there's no need to take risks at
no,
this
not
stage.
at this point, no.
Already 3-0 up. Already knows he's guaranteed to be another 2, probably 3, I think, now, with the officials' call. And I think actually 4 in total at present as well. I'm just going to have a look at this scenario. Just taking a look. See, very
this point.
It is a little bit of a baptism of fire for
It is,
Kevin
yeah.
Stokes, isn't it? First World Championship on the show court against the world #1 in your first match. It's not
It happened to me. I was thrown in deep end, world #1. I was an unknown quantity back then. So
How'd it
it
go?
happens. I took him to a double tie break, which was unheard of back then. And he was sweating. He was. He won in the end. That's true, but after that,
But you were the moral winner, is what you're saying.
yeah. Every time after that, he called me bingo, because that's what I said every time he missed.
Oh, good to hear that sledging is very much a part of the game, although it might just be the Glaswegian in you.
Could be. Frustration setting in, I think. Slapping his wheels.
Immediately there, I think Stephen
Yeah,
takes
Blue's
control of the
close.
end.
Yeah, another good ball. But Stokes can come in between the red and the white, take control again.
It is very close. You can see there with the tool used there.
Yeah,
Perhaps
we call
closer than
them
it
calipers.
looks.
Yep, the referee's actually using calipers, which we call them, to actually measure and gauge who's closest.
I think the shadows are a little bit deceptive from our overhead shot there. It's very, very tight. It's Kevin with the shot now. little bit of applause there from Stephen as well.
Yeah, well done. He wants that man to push Stephen, so he wants the game to really move forward. He doesn't like to just monopolise the whole time. The way to improve is always be pushed, and Stephen likes to be pushed.
And also as well, there seems to be a recognition from the not just the top players, but also from the community in general of growing the sport constantly, and it's one of the fastest growing parasports around at the moment, and to be the fastest growing parasport, you've got to get more players and better players constantly. Yeah, it's nice to see the top player in this category encouraging one of the newer ones as well.
More players, much better challenge. That's what we all want.
Stephen smashed into the pack there, just to open things up.
He did want to move that red, but he didn't actually know how the white. Everybody's white is different, you know, in firmness. So he didn't actually know it would travel that far. Stevens wouldn't have travelled that far, wouldn't make that impact.
Is it something that's known among the players? If two players who know each other pretty well, they'll know each other's weight of the whites, as it were.
Yeah.
It's another aspect of that unknown quantity, isn't it?
And you need to keep dipping in new balls and all that to try and confuse your opponents as well. Keep it fresh. Because all the top athletes have got a book and notes on every player.
One thing I've heard quite a bit in the run-up to this competition, as a way to sell it to people who are watching, is so tactical. It is like a chess match, and when we get to the latter stage and the tension builds and medals are on the line, that attention to detail is sometimes what can make the entire difference.
Yep, it's that 1% that every top athlete's always looking for, and we get it any way we can. Is that 1-1 or red just touching? It's very hard to see. That's 1-1, so red has to go again. You make it, you break it, we say in this game.
It is. Even the lights are coming out. Steven's just gone out to take a look, and one thing that we like about this open plan setup, I think, already is you can hear the shouts from various courts, and it's, even though it's the very, very first round of matches on a Sunday morning, no less, there's still that emotion and passion.
It's that electric energy, as people say about.
Stevens play.
1 minute. 1 minute.
I don't think that one's gone to plan.
No. That was when I was going, what is he thinking there? I thought he was going over the top, because he has those balls behind to push the jack onto, or take the red out. But yet again, he just has to make him play his last ball.
Yeah, it's that element of control, isn't it? If Kevin's got no balls left, then the risk of using a very lazy cliche, the ball is quite literally in Stephen's court, isn't it? He's got all the control and all the power to change things. I think just a hint of frustration from Kevin there.
Yeah. That's the score.
Only 30 seconds left.
Thinking he's wanting this point. He's asking again. No, he wasn't happy with that.
10 seconds.
Yeah, he's got to take it. One all, but again, Steve wants to see.
Ever the competitor.
Yeah.
Well, it is incredibly close. You can see there even the lights having to be used to see if there's any daylight between the balls.
Or is it 2-1 maybe? It's really hard for us here. Up here. Do well against loads of points.
Very cynical. But probably correct. And one element to note as well is the setup here in Liverpool with the open plan nature of the courts is, I think for the first time really at a major competition, is the access for the... You can see Stephen set the jacket.
Ball is out. Control goes to Stokes.
And that's a bit of a sloppy error, that from
Very
Stephen.
sloppy.
Again, he's in the position where he can smile about it, but there will be the fire burning inside him. Will be quite annoyed about that.
The focus disappeared after that chat, Stokes maybe.
Well, this is almost a sense of deja vu here for Stokes. It's exactly the same ball, almost to the centimetre that he played in the first end. I wonder if he'll use the same tactic with his first shot here.
Just beyond the jack.
This match at present isn't particularly close in the scoreboard. As we head into our final end, it would take a miracle here for Kevin Stokes to overturn. Well, in fact, he can't.
Even need a lot of errors.
Yeah, a lot. But around the courts there's some very, very close games going on, and I might just hear the volume ramp up that little bit as the final end gets into progress. As I was saying before, Stephen sent his jack out of the court. The nature of the open plan courts is spectators are actually very close to the courts. They can mill around and watch whatever match they please, and that's something that's quite different at major championships.
Yeah, before we didn't have that distraction up the sides and in our eye line, so it'll be a struggle for some people. We don't really see anyone next evening now, but we'll see how it goes later on. I think the technique of how he's holding the ball is giving a rotation, whereas Stephen holds it with the thumb on top, which gives you a more steady control. It's something the coach can take back to him. That was good.
Again, it's very, very close, so you can see the calipers are out. It's just about Kevin's. Make Stephen play.
Very good shot. Looks like it's still blue to go though. It's okay. Very tight.
Yeah, the shadows are a touch misleading, aren't they?
It is up here, yeah.
It is very, very close. It's going to be
Blue again.
Stephen to play. And that definitely is Stephen closer. No doubt about that one.
There is a channel in there though. Stokes can squeeze the ball in. Could be 3 by looking at that.
A bit of disappointment on the face of Kevin Stokes. Not quite come out how he wanted.
No. Kind of opened up as well. Get another blue ball in there.
It was almost a, to use an American term, it was almost a bit of a Hail Mary for him, that wasn't it?
Hit and hope. I think he was trying to get on top, but just the pace was too heavy, it kind of carried on. Fell over.
1 minute left then for Stephen. Still 2 balls to play.
A little worried about moving that jack. It's more reactive than others. Still 3 points, but it looks.
Just had a little check of the scoreboard, just to check his time.
Yeah, that's good.
Good shot. And some applause in the crowd as well. You mentioned quite a bit of family here supporting.
Yeah. From mother's side, from Liverpool, so all the family down there cheering away.
It's not something I know that at international events you really get the opportunity to experience a lot as well. It's quite a special moment.
It's expensive to follow an athlete around the world, so it's when you get back to Europe and especially in Great Britain, you actually get those people come and cheer and go.
Different kind of pressure.
It's more intense. The focus kind of went, so it was back and forth, and
But in the end, still a very professional job by him as well.
yeah, the coach will have something to say about that.